I felt scared and helpless after being bullied online. They said she's a gold digger and she's dating me just because I'm on the show. I was by myself. As I walked faster, they walked faster, and I was getting a bit antsy. You might not believe it, but these words belong to the Stranger Things cast members. Yeah, these very kids that earn up to $350,000 for an episode and seem to live the life most of us could only dream of. As a matter of fact, Eleven and the crew face hard challenges and fight the evil not only on screen, but also in real life. Obviously, their main enemy is not the terrifying Demogorgon from the Upside Down, but fame? That's right, we didn't mess anything up. It turns out that some of the cast members were followed by weird adult fans, and others were rudely slammed for their, quote, inappropriate red carpet appearances. One of our beloved actors suffers from a rare genetic disease, another cast member is deaf in one ear, and there's also someone who's detained for drug possession. Do you still think the young stars of the Netflix hit show live a dream life? Well, we bet they don't.
But did you have any idea your lives would take off the way they have?
Not in this way.
Keep watching the video to figure out which problems the Stranger Things actors have, and subscribe to Rumour Juice YouTube channel for other revealing celebrity stories.
Let's do this.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Hi guys, my name is Millie Bobby Brown. It's actually really hard to say really fast.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Because people are like, Millie Bobby Brown? And you're like, sorry, what's your name? Millie Bobby Brown.
It's a good tongue twister.
Yeah.
While Eleven is special due to her extrasensory power, the actress herself also has a specific feature in real life, which is hearing impairment.
That's when they met me 11. I had no hair on my head. I had been so close to dead. Courtesy of Dr. Brenner, who's hunting me 24/7.
Brown was born with a partial loss of hearing, and then gradually entirely lost it in one ear. Speaking on Studio 10 in Australia back in 2017, Millie opened up about the difficulties she'd been through while filming Stranger Things.
But filming Stranger Things was hard because I would have to have like ADs or PAs near me to say action because they'd have to say it really loud or like make a sign so that I could watch them because I would never be able to hear them.
Apart from acting, Millie is keen on singing, although sometimes she can't hear her own performances.
'Cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are.
Don't you think her singing sounds just fine? That's probably because the actress does what she loves. Brown's hearing impairment could have easily ruined Millie's dreams about acting and singing, but luckily her parents were supportive enough to help their daughter overcome such an obstacle.
My parents always let me be who I want to be. I'm very outspoken, very loud, very opinionated, and that's why I'm the way I am, really.
Brown is now a regular guest on talk shows, at press events, and on the red carpet of some of the world's major award shows. Most recently, January's Screen Actors Guild Awards in Los Angeles.
We are here with Millie Bobby Brown, the chicest woman on the carpet this evening.
The teenage star looks stunning in her white outfit, but many people slam Brown, her stylists, and even parents, claiming that it was inappropriate for somebody of her age to look so mature. What a present to get right before your 16th birthday. One Twitter user wrote, referring to her outfit at the awards, "Millie Bobby Brown is 15 years old. Everyone who is responsible for this look needs to get fired." And another user said the following, "Millie Bobby Brown's stylist should be sacked. She is just 15 years old, but looked at least 30 at the SAG Awards last night. So disturbing." The teenager then revealed that her life has changed drastically since landing the role of Eleven on the Netflix drama. On her milestone birthday, Brown posted an Instagram video of her growing up and achieving fame. Alongside the video, she shared her concerns about the social media abuse. "There are moments I get frustrated from the inaccuracy, inappropriate comments, sexualization, and unnecessary insults that ultimately have resulted in pain and insecurity for me. But not ever will I be defeated. I'll continue doing what I love and spreading the message in order to make a change." Seems like the young actress is as brave as her screen character. Gaten Matarazzo. Let's move on to the young man who is often considered the cutest member of the Stranger Things cast. We can guess it happens partially because of his hysterical toothless smile.
Fan the boy. Yes, I'm pregnant. Is that even possible?
No!
But it's not something the creators have manufactured. In reality, the actor suffers from CCD, a disease that slows down bone and teeth development.
I still don't have my teeth, actually. I didn't realize that crack was gonna be so audible. I'm sorry.
Even though it worked in favor of Gaten on the Stranger Things set, he still had to undergo various surgeries in the meantime. There is no cure from CCD, and the treatment consists of managing symptoms through dental care. Matarazzo has shared some photos of his treatments on Instagram. The last one was marked by him as a complete success, and we sincerely hope his condition will only get better. Gaten also posts a lot of lovely pictures with one Lizzie Yu, whom he's been dating for 2 years already. However, the fans were not okay with this teenage couple. During one of Matarazzo's Instagram lives, the actor revealed that people were constantly messaging Lizzie, asking why she was dating him. Some went as far as saying that she was only dating the star because he was on Stranger Things. Besides, some of the fans messaged Gaten in private, sharing their concern that Lizzie was a gold digger. Lizzie was even accused of cheating on him with his own brother Carmen. This rumor came about after nothing but a picture of Lizzie and Carmen together on a Ferris wheel. I'm like, when did you speak to her? They're like, I haven't spoke to her. I'm like, well then mind your own business, because you don't know her at all. We think he's absolutely right. Finn Wolfhard. On the first episode of Beyond Stranger Things, host Jim Rash shares several clips of actors auditioning for the series.
I'm Finn Wolfhard, I'm sick, I'm late. Oh my God. I'm 4'11", I'm 12 years old.
Finn Wolfhard's entire audition tape, recorded when he was just 11 years old, was filmed from his bedroom because he was very sick. He didn't expect either to be cast, or that the show had become such a cult hit, but look at how the tables have turned for the actor. Eventually, he became a cult himself, and at some point it was much more creepy for him than the image of Demogorgon. For example, Finn was stalked by some adult fans when he was just 13 years old. He recalls heading back to his room after a day on set when he realized he was being followed. He said in an interview with Mastermind magazine, suddenly they were like, "Hey dude, can we get a selfie?" And I was like, "No, you can't have a selfie. How about don't follow children?" Well, I'm into that. Finn also has a band that used to arrange small performances every now and then, but the actor recently admitted he had to stop all the shows. It turned out that his friends and other people who were attending the shows just to listen to the music were getting crushed by the actor's fans. They don't understand what personal space is. When I'm taking a taxi, I'm often followed by people, who then mob me once I arrive. Unfortunately, Finn's hardships are nothing new for celebrities at all, but we're happy the Stranger Things star is opening up about the dark side of the industry. Charlie Heaton. Charlie Heaton won our hearts in Stranger Things, and will play a mutant in the next X-Men movie. The actor is still a little shocked that things have turned out like this. I had this crazy trajectory. I went from literally living in a hostel in LA at the beginning of 2015 to shooting Stranger Things at the end of 2015.
Yeah, it's just been such a big show, and I don't think we expected it to kind of, be as successful as it is.
Obviously, he doesn't live in a hostel anymore, but it doesn't mean that newfound success protects him from all the problems. Do you know why Heaton missed the premiere of Stranger Things 2 in October 2017? Here's why. The young celebrity was detained at Los Angeles International Airport due to the possession of trace amounts of cocaine. He was not arrested, but he had to immediately return to London. More than a week later, he said in a statement that his planned travel to the US was affected by an issue at US immigration, and that he was not arrested or charged with a crime. The drug story was eventually leaked, and Heaton reacted to it in a slightly different way. When something steps in from the work you're doing and breaks into your personal life, you feel kind of vulnerable. All of a sudden it becomes a very big story, and it gets really blown out of proportion. According to Charlie, after the news broke about the LAX situation, reporters arrived not only at his home, but also at his parents', which was a very hard and upsetting event for the whole family. Natalia Dyer.
Natalia.
Yes.
Charlie.
Hello.
It's probably not surprising for you that Natalia Dyer and Charlie Heaton are dating in real life. By the way, Natalia stood by her boyfriend after he was suspected of carrying an illegal substance. When he was deported to the UK, Natalia kept traveling to London to meet up with him. The scandal didn't affect the relationship in a negative way. It only seemed to make them a stronger couple. But what about Natalia herself?
What has it been like to watch these kids sort of grow up from the first season? Obviously, they're still growing up. But
yeah, they are.
You were the closest thing to an adult for the kids at that time.
Sort of.
The actress revealed she was quiet and studious when she was younger, a well-behaved child whose health was frail. She would keep getting sick and be away from school for months due to asthma. She would get pneumonia every year, and still it didn't stop her from pursuing an acting career. Dyer's first acting gig was in Disney's Hannah Montana. Yeah, she had Miley Cyrus as her co-star. And this is probably why Natalia's face seemed familiar for a lot of people when she appeared on Stranger Things. Which conclusion can we make out of these stories? Maybe that fame, and especially fame at a young age, is not something to be romanticized. The kids of Hawkins definitely own our hearts, but besides posting cheerful videos in Instagram or TikTok, singing songs in carpool karaoke, and making people laugh while appearing at popular talk shows, they work really hard. Also, we should remember that navigating adolescence is nothing but a nightmare, and things don't get any easier when millions of people literally follow every step you make. So let's be thoughtful to them, and let's appreciate their work and talents, rather than criticize their public appearances, personal life, or posts in social media.